Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Derek, aka No One on YouTube, and are you ready to rock out? Because we're gonna do some more DIO. Now this time we're gonna do Rainbow in the Dark. This is the official music video. I've heard the song, not necessarily the whole song from DIO, but Liliac did a cover of this, and so I did their version, and I loved the song, um, and also recognizing that it was a DIO cover. So we're going to listen to the original since I just started my DIO rabbit hole because, um, well, just because. So I did Heaven and Hell, the song, which by the way, Liliac covered, and I heard it from them, but never gave Black Sabbath a chance with Ronnie James Dio, but I never gave Dio a chance at all, period. I never questioned. I've always, like, when I've heard his voice, I knew that he had crazy vocals. So I never questioned his talent or his voice, but I'm not quite sure what was going on with me as a teen. The Black Sabbath thing was just because in my head, you know, I just wasn't interested in hearing anything post Ozzy with Black Sabbath. But all these years later, I recognized that, you know, all these different incarnations of Sabbath, in all honesty, was necessary to keep the band alive. And then eventually Ozzy wind up rejoining it, and they toured many times in the Ozfest. And then, of course, you've got the Back to the Beginning where Black Sabbath with Ozzy did their final concert. And by the way, I just also found out that Tony Iommi just released something solo. So if you guys want me to check that out, let me know in the comment section. But we're going to be doing Rainbow in the Dark, and this is the original version by DIO. So let me go ahead and put on my headset. And again, like I said before, I'm familiar with the song because of Liliac, but this is the original. So let's go. So real quickly, from the documentary that I did a full reaction on Patreon, so DIO, Ronnie James Dio was talking about how he did not like this song at first, and he didn't even want it on the album. But I think it was Vivian Campbell, and maybe it was Vinny a PC also. Maybe it was the two of them that I think just kind of talked him into, like, no, this needs to be on the album. According to Ronnie James Dio in the documentary, he said that he thought it was too commercial sounding, and so he didn't necessarily like it. And then somebody else was talking about, it could have been the keyboard player, but that the keyboard part wasn't originally written into the song, but I think when he got there and he just started like playing around, you know, that he just kind of like did that keyboard riff, and they were just kind of like, yeah, you like keep that in kind of thing. And so it was just interesting to get the background of that. But I'm going to go back a little bit just so that we can kind of get the chorus again.
It was cold, lost my You've been left on your own, like a rainbow in the dark. Just a rainbow in the dark. Yeah.
Wow, Vivian Campbell was an amazing guitar player. Well, I should say is because he's still around. Unfortunately, from my understanding, is that for whatever reason, Ronnie James Dio kicked him out of the band, and I don't think they ever reconciled before Ronnie passed. I know that there are still videos on YouTube of Vivian Campbell being interviewed about his time with Dio, or maybe his relationship with Ronnie James Dio, and how it soured or whatever. I didn't get a chance to like watch any of those, so I'm not quite sure if Vivian still kind of like has a grudge, which would kind of be silly over somebody that just that's no longer here. Some things just need to be dropped, but I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know these people in person, so um, and we're all different as humans. But I do want to go back and listen to that guitar solo again. And you guys will have to remind me again who the bassist is. So I know, obviously, Vinny Appice is the drummer, which he took. He got him to go with him from Black Sabbath, and then you have Vivian Campbell on guitar, and I forgot who the bassist is, but I'll get to know all these guys like the more I delve into this rabbit hole. But let's go back to the guitar solo. I love the bass guitar keeping the rhythm. One more thing that I was listening to musically wise is that while Vivian is doing his guitar solo, I mean, you can hear that there is another, like there is a rhythm guitar there, but in all honesty, the bass is more profound and it's more brought to the fore. And I think that was a smart choice, because to be able to replicate it live, if the rhythm guitar was, if there was a second guitar that was like extremely loud in the mix, well, then you would miss that live and you would only have the bass keeping the rhythm. But when you're listening to the guitar solo, especially with my headphones on, I'm hearing the bass guitar keeping the rhythm, and the lead guitar on top of that. And like I said, I think there is a rhythm guitar there, but it's not in the forefront in the mixed. There is one there. Nice vocal run. that once again, that 80s fade out. So what's really cool is that we all know that Ronnie wasn't a very tall man. We'll just say it like that, right? Because I want to be respectful to him. Because I know that he was, people would make comments about his height and stuff like that. Like it's just like I saw an interview, an old interview where the interviewer was like mentioning his height to Ronnie, and Ronnie got pissed off, rightfully so. And I think Ronnie even cut short the interview, if I remember that correctly from the other day. But anyways, but what I think is cool is that these shots where he's on the roof, he actually looks taller than what he is. So I don't know if that's just like the camera angle,
Who's lost and never found? Feel the magic. I feel it float.
right? See, he just it's got to be like the angle of the camera because he just looks tall there. I mean, if I didn't know better, I would be like, okay, he's got to be about like 5'9", 5'10", but but it doesn't matter because I don't know why anybody would think that let's say a man's height is going to determine masculinity or whether somebody is a real man or not. That's just ridiculous. That's just stupidity. Um, but you know what? I brought it back to here. Let's just let it ride out again because it's just such a great song.
I see lightning. You know it always brings me down. 'Cause it's free and I see that it's me who's lost and never found. Feel the magic. I feel it floating in the air. But it's fear, and you're here and calling you beware. Look out! There's no sign of the morning coming. There's no sign of the day. You've been left on your own like a rainbow. Like a rainbow in the dark. Yeah, yeah. You're a rainbow in the dark. Just a rainbow in the dark. No sign of the morning. You're a rainbow in the dark.
Awesome. Um, I like the music video. Took me back in time to that time. It looks like Rhino Records posted this up 7 years ago, though. But anyone here in 2026? Yep, I am. Let me press like on that one. So I guess that is my second song from Dio because I started out with Holy Diver and then I did Rainbow in the Dark. Although I started with Ronnie James Dio with Heaven and Hell with Black Sabbath. So I did Heaven and Hell, Holy Diver, Rainbow in the Dark now. And I'm not quite sure like which one I should what's the word? Kind of like do next. So why don't you guys let me know in the comment section. Now I know let me see. I think Neon Nights was one of the first singles off the Heaven and Hell album, right? Or if it wasn't the first single, it was at least a very popular song from the album Heaven and Hell. Then there's what's the song from Mob Rules? That is it Children of the Sea? So there's a few that I want to listen to, and You guys let me know in the comment section. But as far as Dio is concerned, like the band Dio, let me know where to go from here. So there's Holy Diver, Rainbow in the Dark. Um, let me know in the comment section. Let me know down there. So I'm gonna have the link to the original video in the description, and I'm gonna have all of my socials and everything in the description as well. Join my Patreon if you'd like. I have over 300 exclusive bonus videos over there. That's where all the block videos go, and I do full reactions to documentaries like the documentary that I did on Ronnie James Dio. So the full reaction is over there. I've done a couple of reactions on Black Sabbath. I did a couple of reactions on Ozzy, and with documentaries, like it doesn't matter like what genre of music. I love to hear people's stories. So it doesn't matter like what the genre is, but I also do reactions to like some movies, and I do some TV sitcoms. And I don't know, I may be getting into a sci-fi show, one that I've already seen, but because a new Patreon member signed up, um, he asked me to do this specific show, so I'm probably going to do that. So, anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for rocking out with me. Everybody, keep it metal, and let me know what I should do next, and I'll catch you in the next one.